Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Conejo, and this is my vlog. And I just want to tell you a quick little story, cause there like something happened yesterday that like kind of triggered this memory. And basically, what it was is that my wife she went to go see this client that basically wanted to change her will and her testament. This client of hers is she has cancer stage 4, and she's ready to go on hospice. So that just like when I heard that, it just took me back to my homeboy Stomper, and see when my wife's telling me this, her eyes got like puffy, and I could hear it in her voice, like it hurt her because at the same time, see, yeah, this is her client, but my wife's mom died from colon cancer. Her pops just died this year, um, so she's been through it, and when her mom died, like that whole year, like like my girl's like really hands off from all her siblings, and she was just like there, like to to the wheels fall off type of shit, and so it really hurt her. She went through the whole thing. So me, I'm thinking about Stomper. It reminds me of Stomper. So you know, like when she said this, like I went to my phone and I started checking the old messages. It's not the first time I do that. I check his old messages from IG and his old messages to my phone, and that shit kind of got me the same. It gets me, it gets me, it's nostalgic, and it's kind of painful too, and it's kind of fucked up, but it takes me back to when he wrote me when I was in the county jail fighting my case. And I remember that day I got that letter, and then had his mom's first name and then the last name Mendoza. So I'm like, man, I didn't recognize it. I didn't know who it was. So I opened it. First letter, there was two letters inside. One was from my boy Jay. Shit made me happy to hear from him. They were both, my boy Jay and Stomper were both in Wasco reception. So they both had caught. Stomper was up there for a blammer, and my boy Jay was there for a blammer too. But they both had got like cool little deals. So my boy Jay was on his way out, really. And then Stomper also he came out about like a year later. So basically, I read Stomper's letter, and he's just so like positive. He was just like, man, this SKM, and I don't know Stomper. I never met Stomper. We've been communicating, and I already had recorded the album, The Gift and the Curse. So, but again, I didn't know Stomper. I never had met him. I would reach out to him through a third party, and I think I talked to him once. That's it. I gave him a shout out before on one of the mixtapes, on the Undisputed mixtape. Yes, we just from there, that like the relationship, because it was kind of off because of the high power, notorious enemy, fucking little rap beef or whatever the fuck. So he was like, yeah, this SKM, when I get out, I just want to roll with you, record, all this like positive shit. And I was hard on Stomper, just because of like my past problems with drug addiction. It's almost like I don't have no fucking, like I don't have no sympathy or pity for that. It kind of angers me in a way because I was a drug addict, and I just feel like, man, fuck that. Like I don't want that shit around me type shit. Y so entonces, I let him know that in the letter. I wrote him back. I ain't babysitting nobody over here. I'm a grown ass man, and I got my own shit that you know, but see, you gotta understand. Right there, I was fighting life. I didn't know I was gonna get out, but I just wrote him that anyways. But then once I got out, I came back to pick up the fucking pieces. I didn't, yeah, I hit the ground running, but it's not like shit was all lovely for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to, even to this day, I'm fucking fighting for the shit, and but I guess we all go through it. If this is your passion, this is what you're gonna do. So entonces, you know, See, I knew Stomper, the both side of Stomper. I got to see the light and the darkness. And I ain't gonna lie, I like both of them. I like the light because he was chill, level headed, and I got to experience it when we shot that one video with Casting Fame. He was on that AB 109 probation parole some shit, and he had that fucking what you call it, the ankle monitor, and then he had a curfew, so he couldn't fuck around. And he was real chill and mellow, and even Prime was like, man, that fool's chill, like cool and everything. Then when he got off of that shit, we got to see the other side. The homie, what's his fucking quote, all sick. You know what I'm saying? He lived by that shit, and I just all these memories come back, especially like the first day I met him. The first day I met him, I was on the video shoot for El H1. We were over there by somewhere by King Taco in this warehouse, and traía pinches botas, pinche camisa de seda. I was on my Versace shit. You know what I'm saying? Acá, and I had hair and all this, and I think that like him, many people think that they remember that shady picture where I got the Stacy's, the Ben Davis, la Guayabera, you know, that picture. They think that's me, that I stayed like that. But I gave that shit up about 3 or 4 months after I went on the run. Like that side of me was gone. You can't look like that out there. Yes, so that was my first interaction. Then we did that song, and then we shot the video, and then later we shot the video for Gift and a Curse, where he was already dabbling. And but he's a funny motherfucker for reals. Like he was just like so full of life, and like he was just like young in his heart. Like he's over there. Like we were in this we went to this like haunted fucking dairy or some bullshit. Like there was fucking snakes and all kinds of shit. We were over here picking up snakes and throwing them, and we just getting our clown on, and that was a great day. And then when I shot the No Fear video, he's in that video. If you watch the No Fear video, he's in there. You just gotta watch real close. And even that day, like he was all about this SKM shit. So, but then let's fast forward to when he eventually passed. Like I see the messages. Like our last messages were probably like anywhere from like 90 days to like 70 days before he passed, and then they just cut off, and I reached out to him, pero no me contestaba, y pues I didn't really know, I didn't really know. I knew he had came back. I knew that he was kind of sick, but I was thinking like this COVID shit, he's gonna bounce back, cause Stomper wasn't no fucking, he wasn't no skinny homie. That fool was, he had some weight on him, So I never like pictured him like that. Yes, so I think I was just thinking he'd bounce back, and but he was on hospice. I didn't know he was already on his way out, and then when I remember I was on my way to see fucking Rosenberg the day he passed, the minute he passed, as a matter of fact, like I'm gonna say like 20 minutes, 30 minutes after he passed, because I got a call from somebody that had went over there, and homeboy was fucking like, estaba aguitado. Basically, he was kind of crying. He wasn't crying like a little kid, but he was hurt, and it fucked me up. And this video is just to let you know that I don't ever forget about the homie. And when I did that last show, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Part 3, we lit a candle for him on stage. I felt like his fucking spirit was in the fucking building, for reals, like, and I know some people like, well, fucking G-Raps didn't show up to the fucking funeral. Man, fuck the funeral. I don't give a fuck about that. I ran my own funeral services right here. I got my little church right there, right to my right. People that been right here know, and I lit that candle for the homie, so that when he goes off into the spirit realm, like he has some guidance, some light that. And man, thought I'd share this, thinking about the homie Stomper and how like my wife's friend, what she's going through, like triggered this thought in my mind about the homie and how like I still ain't forgot him. Like those records that we got, that album, The Gift and the Curse is classic. Like he wanted to do another one. And in the messages I was like, nah, fuck around, let's just do an EP, because I was already going, I already had a bunch of shit going on. It wasn't that easy for me no more. Like when I was on the run, I could drop fucking an album a week and shit if I wanted to. And but for everybody out there, rest in peace, fucking Stomper. We love you. Para siempre. SK Mob.